Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Friday the 19th of January. In this video we're going to look at the charts on the platinum price, which on TradingView has the code XPTUSD. What we'll see is that the platinum price has had a great run over the last 3 weeks. In fact, the chart looks very similar to the Aussie dollar against the US dollar, despite the fact there's actually very little platinum mining goes on in Australia. But I've just done a video previously on the Aussie dollar, US dollar, and for the final slide where I give the key recommendations from the video, I've left the same recommendations there. It's towards the top of a trading range, near short-term resistance. The RSI on the 4 hours showing a non-confirmation, but momentum is strong. Let's look at those charts. So starting with the 4 hour, so on this chart each candle represents 4 hours trade, and you can see that we've had 6 solid up weeks and that we are now approaching the resistance which came on the high was on the 8th of September. I'll give you the exact figure later in the video, but you can see we're approaching that resistance, and then above there's further resistance from the high that we saw in February. In fact, you could say we're at the upper boundary of a range trading pattern that's really been in place since October 2016. So we need to break above that to be positive, because on the upside you can see that we still have this downtrend in 200 week moving average, and that will become more dominant as it gets closer to the market. Other moving averages are also just kind of moving sideways, slightly down, 20 in the 50, and the 20 is still below the 50, although it will start to turn up very quickly given the move that we've had recently. RSI on this weekly is indicative of positive momentum. It's up at 63.38, and likewise the MACD short term has just gone back above 0. Longer term is trending sideways but will tick up, and that will be positive when that gets back above 0 as well. Looking at the daily and you can see that since the low of 13th of December we've only had 4 down days, or 4 red bodies on candles since then, so very positive move. You can see the resistance from the 8th of September that's approaching. We're slightly overextended away from the moving averages, but they have all created golden crosses. We've got 20 on the 50, 20 on the 200, and the 50 on the 200 will be making a golden cross early next week. Do go and have a look at my Aussie dollar video. I mean, it's uncanny how similar these charts are, even on the moving averages. RSI here slightly overbought, but that's a sign of the solid upside momentum. Presently 80.94, the highest level it's been this year. Well, this over the last year, trading over the last year rather than this year. So obviously we're only on the 19th of January, and the MACD as well are tracking up very solidly. Differential starting to narrow, but that's only natural at this level, and it's still positive. On the 4 hour, you can see that early this week we consolidated around the 20 average on this 4 hour. That was good. We moved up again, very positive. Like I said on the Aussie dollar video, if this was a daily video you would be buying it quite aggressively. The one slight downside is this RSI, which you can see is in a shallow downtrend, and on this high that we've achieved today hasn't reached a height that we achieved on the the 16th of Jan. So a slight non-confirmation there. And likewise the MACD are tracking sideways as well, so a slight non-confirmation from that as well. looking at the support and resistance levels, particularly those resistances, the key levels to watch are 1023.11, which was the high of the 8th of September, and then 1044.75, which was the high of the week of 27th of Feb, with the supports coming in from the 20 of the 4 hour, 1001.92, and then the 50 of the 4 hour, 989.58. So that's been TA for traders looking at the platinum price. The key takeaways from the video, well actually I haven't even changed the title because all these that were key on the Aussie dollar, US dollar are on the platinum, approaching key resistance levels. We've got a non-confirmation on the 4 hour. Also long-term top of a range trade, question mark, otherwise okay, and that upside momentum does remain positive. Please remember the videos I do on YouTube are my opinion and they're not an investment recommendation. Thanks for watching. If you want other videos, please subscribe. You get an email update. I don't just cover commodity markets, cover foreign currencies, equity indices, single stock UK and US. Please do read the disclaimer.